on the Clips channel. So yeah, I saw this video earlier when I was looking for a video to react to, and it sounds very interesting. Why Corpse abandoned his audience.
Spent years building up a dream career as a content creator, amassing over 10 million subscribers on YouTube, releasing a platinum hit record, and finding himself in a social circle consisting of creators such as PewDiePie, Penguin Zero, and Pokimane, all of which he did without revealing his identity. However, his dream career had a brutal dark side. He faced relentless doxing, vicious attacks on his appearance, and severe health struggles that only worsened with the pressures of fame. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist.
Yes, you
I
are.
create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today we'll be diving into the career of Corpse, his meteoric rise to fame, and the various issues and controversies that led him to abandon his 7 million subscriber YouTube channel and cause him to lose over 250,000 subscribers. But before we dive into why he left, let's first look into why he was so famous to begin with.
It's because of his voice.
Corpse's journey started far from the millions of followers he has today, creating his YouTube channel on the
He also used to do voiceover videos, like horror voiceovers, like where people would like talking to the mic and it would be like a commentary like this, but with like list and stuff, like creepy list. He also used to do
July
that.
2015, he would upload his first video the following day, a creepypasta reading titled Last Friday Scary Creepypastas to Tell at Night. The first thing evident to viewers was his naturally deep and raspy voice, which would later be revealed as partial results of chronic health conditions that Corpse was suffering from, such as FMS, thoracic outlet syndrome, and GERD.
I do have a medical condition and it does contribute to my voice, but not as much as everybody says it does. GERD has like a spectrum to it. They put a scope down my throat through my nostrils and my throat is corroded and it's like touching my vocal cord.
For the first 5 years of his career, Corpse focused on creating videos where he would read out creepypastas without showing his face. His unique voice and choice to remain anonymous added a layer of mystery to both his content and persona. This intrigue played a big part in thrusting him into the limelight, leading to over 1 million subscribers by 2020. It also opened doors to collaborations with industry figures like Boy in a Band and Anthony Padilla, who featured Corpse in a video titled I Spent a Day with Faceless YouTubers, where he would interview Corpse. The interview felt tragic to say the least and set the tone of the public perception of Corpse moving forwards, with him openly speaking about his mental health, where he stated how hiding his identity contributed to his anxiety.
I have like very bad anxiety. I never leave my house.
Do you feel like hiding your identity has led to all this anxiety about being in public?
It definitely added to it. I feel like I had other issues prior. But it definitely made it more logical in my head, despite it probably being around.
On a more lighthearted note, this video was sponsored by Honkai Impact 3rd from
No offense, no sponsors.
the update yourself, but let's get into finding why Corpse abandoned his audience. To make his anxiety even worse, Corpse had to become a compulsive liar in order to keep his two separate lives.
Come up. I have an apartment, and so when I have people come over, it's like, don't go in that room. And they're
that's like your YouTube room?
Yeah. And they're like, why? And I'm like, they're like, how do you have this money? And I'm like, I don't know. I just come off sketchy to everybody.
Because they don't know the truth, and they're like, you're hiding something. It must be a dead body.
Like, I can't answer simple questions.
Have there been any moments that have been taxing to maintain two separate identities?
Oh, like all the time, like 24/7. I've had people over at my house who I know in real life, who are friends with my YouTube friends. So my YouTube friend doesn't know I'm friends with their friend, and my friend doesn't know I'm friends with their YouTube. It's very confusing. It's a very like Hannah Montana thing.
The decline of his mental health would come to no surprise, especially considering his choice of being faceless completely destroyed his social life, even getting to the point that he became too anxious to leave his house or even speak in public.
How does remaining anonymous affect your social life?
Pretty much eviscerated it. like
so you don't have any social life now?
No, not at all.
The benefits of being anonymous were far outshadowed by all the negatives that he was already experiencing, as he would state,
I don't feel like I can fully know the benefit of being not anonymous without doing it. And I can't really see into this like alternate dimension where I'm probably happier. I think it's way more stressful than it is beneficial.
It's actually so sad, dude.
Wondering why Corpse didn't just reveal his face and free himself of the burden of keeping his identity a secret. Well, he would also answer that.
I've left that door closed for so long that there's no gradual buildup.
Yeah.
It's not, oh, I have 50,000 and now I'm gonna get noticed outside sometimes. It's opening that door and having all the buildup.
1.23 million at that point.
Would be a dramatic life change.
The feelings and experiences Corpse mentioned.
It's why most faceless YouTubers stay faceless forever, because like you go from people, like when you get to like 50 or 100K, you get 1 or 2 people that might recognize you while you're out. But if you go from 0 face reveals to your face is everywhere, and you have the following Corpse had when he, thought about it, like he couldn't have done it, because otherwise like 1 million people would know what he looks like from just like that instantly. So it's more of like, it's one of those where it's like he didn't do it because he did. I mean, like he said there, he didn't do it because he didn't want to go from 0 to 1 million.
In the interview would reflect on his YouTube channel as he began posting more and more infrequently as his mental health got worse, eventually releasing his debut single Miss You in June of the same year, where he would express how badly his mental health had truly declined, with lyrics reading, I don't want to look like this, I don't want to feel like this, as well as No quiero estar aquí, which means I don't want to be here in Spanish. Later in the song, he would describe his YouTube channel as a glamorized desk job rotting away. To make matters even worse, Corpse would state that he suffers from an eye disease that causes inflammation when looking at screens, resulting in him needing an eye patch.
It started with my eyesight. I wasn't able to read stories because my eyesight was going, and they wouldn't. Whenever I would get checked for a prescription, they would tell me I have 20/20, but then I wouldn't be able to see when I'm reading.
With his video output slowing down, so did his channel growth. But when things seemed most hopeless for Corpse, a life-changing craze would be right around the corner.
Among
In
Us.
August of 2020, a social deception game named Among Us would take the world by storm. A game where you need to lie or find the liar to win. A lot of the game's success was a result of pretty much every big streamer playing it at the time.
Well, yeah, everyone was locked inside.
XQC, Penguin Zero, and more, all playing the game together to entertain everyone stuck at home during the pandemic. And these streams would be huge, garnering over 100,000 concurrent viewers, and the clips and re-uploads gaining millions. Entering September, Corpse's YouTube friend Boy in a Band would invite him to play Among Us on stream with PewDiePie and other massive streamers.
I was just hanging out on Discord, and then Dave Boy in a Band messaged me and was like, yo, do you want to play Among Us with PewDiePie on stream right now? And I was like, okay, sure.
The moment Corpse joined the lobby, his life changed forever, as his deep and raspy voice fascinated everyone who listened, and even made popular streamers treat him like a celebrity.
Yo, Corpse, what's going on?
Hello, friend.
Wow.
What?
Kick Saikuno.
Wait, what?
Kick
Corpse's
Saikuno.
voice is like infrasonic bass.
Is that real? No.
Oh my god.
It's real, believe me.
It sounds like he'd be that dude who like,
All right,
kills people in the game.
In a fist fight.
Yeah, he sounds like John Wick should sound.
Or
yeah. He sounds like God and the devil should sound like.
I don't know, I guess I haven't done a face reveal, so.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Guys, who is Corpse?
Well,
I'm
I just
totally
assume
fine
that
with
someone
it.
with this voice might look like, they don't look like what they sound like.
You're accurate, you're completely accurate.
He doesn't look like what he sounds like.
Remember how everyone thought Donkey was
I feel
black?
like your voice is touching me. Is that a weird thing to say?
I feel like your voice is hitting a part of my ear that's never been hit before.
Following his appearance on the stream, Corpse's channel completely
Boom.
exploded, gaining up to 160,000 subscribers per day in October, making him the fastest growing creator at the time. With his Among Us videos gaining between 11 and 33 million views each, he would use the opportunity to release the song E-Girls Are Ruining My Life, which would eventually go platinum certified and chart in multiple countries. The success Corpse was experiencing at this point of time was on a whole new level compared to his previous 5 years as a content creator. creator. He went from a popular creepypasta narrator to a personality that everyone wanted
Among
to learn
Us
more
player.
about. But the more popular he became, the more haters and detractors that appeared to try and ruin.
Why you gotta bring unnecessary hate to the homie? LOL. It's trendy to hate me at the moment. Haha, it is what it is.
His career and life. Despite this, Corpse would end 2020 with over 6.3 million subscribers and 240 million views on his main channel. However, his overnight fame would ultimately come crashing down, and 2021 would be the year that would alter his career and life forever once again. But this time in not such a positive way.
Because he got doxxed,
Whilst
right?
Corpse's success was at a peak, his health was reaching lows.
His health was going down, and it's the first time he got doxxed, right?
And experience extreme muscle aches and fatigue due to fibromyalgia, which would cause him to leave games midstream.
Like when I left that raft game, like I was sitting there with like an eye patch on, my whole arm is numb, like I'm bleeding out the nose, and I'm just playing video games. Like it shouldn't be. I don't think that's something I can like do for a long time.
On top of this, his newfound audience would grow a parasocial obsession with him and learning more about the man behind the mask, similar to that of Dream, who was a faceless creator at the time. The pressure for Corpse to entertain his new audience was too much for him, and the stress and anxiety of staying anonymous was even more heightened, as he would once again be interviewed by Anthony Padilla, where he would reveal the sad changes the fame brought to his life. Corpse would state that he felt he had to be even more careful about keeping his identity private following the success.
I feel like I would be happier in a world where I could be myself openly and not worry about like hiding from everybody. But I do think it's also the best decision for me, because I don't think I could handle that many people like judging me at once.
Corpse would also discuss how he felt like others didn't even treat him as a human.
In people's heads, I'm more of like a character or like a brand or like an anime character or something. So they don't treat me as if I'm an actual person.
Corpse would also reveal how a lot of people on the internet were trying to dox him, and how some of them were right.
Have you had any close calls with your identity being discovered since we last talked?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know how specific I should go with them, but definitely.
Why? Because if you're specific, they might know how close it was, and it might reveal it to them.
Exactly. Yeah. They know 100%. Like.
Later in the interview, Corpse would address the hate he was receiving, as well as his experiment to test how far his haters would go.
What have been some of the downsides or struggles that come along with all of this?
This is bad.
Relentless expectations.
This is bad on Corpse.
So much hate online every single day.
People already treat celebrities with their faces out there, famous people with their faces out there, no matter what they do, as if they're a dumpster. And then here you are without your face out there, so people get to treat you even more like you're not a real person at all.
I did a tweet on Twitter just to prove a point. I did a voice memo and I just breathed. Like
the infamous corpse breath tweet.
People will get mad at anything that's popular. I guarantee you I'm gonna get so much shit for literally breathing. They'd be like, oh my god, you guys are so obsessed with him. Like, look at it, he's just breathing, and then like, or he's trying to breathe super sexually, or like, it's literally just breathing, but people want to spin it to be that.
He would also go on to address just how brutal his mental health had truly become.
I was and still am dealing with so much mental shit. When I was doing those Among Us streams first starting, like literally like 20 minutes before some of them, I was literally like faced with like and then I just get on in front of hundreds of thousands of people, you know what I mean? And it's like they don't see those things.
Woo! RWE OTE team is finals bound, baby. We should have already known that, but
you know what I mean.
Comments on the video would sympathize with Corpse, reading, "Most of us Corpse fans don't really want him to reveal his face. We want him to feel comfortable in the space he's created," as well as hearing him talk about his experience with fibromyalgia, crawling across the floor, unable to eat. I know how that feels. Fibromyalgia is not fun. It's so hard. I really relate. Similar to Dream, a large portion of Corpse's audience was extremely parasocial, and whilst this did help Corpse go viral and grow his other social media platforms. It would also make even more people hate him due to his obsessed fans. However, it wasn't only the fans who were obsessed with him. Throughout 2021, groups of haters and detractors would attempt to expose Corpse's identity. And despite most of the photos not even being Corpse to begin with, they would generally receive quite harsh criticism on the appearance. It was like people expected him to look like a Greek god, and anything less would be labeled as ugly. In March of
that's what they did to Dream too.
2021, a post would be made to a foreign website, not only revealing Corpse's face, but also tracking down where he lives and his family members. The doxing resulted in pictures of his face being plastered across the internet and attracted a lot of hate towards him, eventually garnering the attention of Philip DeFranco, who summarized the situation perfectly.
People are being absolutely shitty about the person featured. Which, I mean, if it's just some random person or it actually turns out this is Corpse husband, still shitty. Absolutely a ton of people responding with really nasty comments, calling the person in the photos ugly among other things, which also prompted other Corpse husband fans to write things like, this alleged face reveal just showed how fucked our world is. You think Corpse is this mega hot guy, then y'all start bullying him when he didn't meet your standards. As well as saying he literally sings about how self-conscious he is about his appearance, and you guys are out here bashing him because he didn't live up to your fantasy. Disgusting. Absolutely pathetic.
It really
is
is
nowhere
bad.
near the first story of its kind. I think most recently we talked about this situation with Dream. But here's what I'll say. If you're one of the people out there that's writing just disgusting things or nasty things about this person who may or may not be Corpse, seriously, go fuck yourself and or grow up.
The mix of mental health, physical health, and toxic comments ultimately led Corpse to quit streaming and focus more on his music. This would lead up to the 23rd of November 2021, when Corpse would upload the final video to his main channel, titled Choking My Friends. A video where he played Friday the 13th with other streamers.
Drown. Drown.
Oh. Oh my god.
Why is Corpse enjoying this so much? We should not allow Corpse to be the killer because I am going to get trauma.
Despite the video content, Corpse would continue posting music to his second channel, where he would still find success collaborating with artists such as Bring Me the Horizon, Scar-Lord, and Night Lavelle.
Centralia dust, nostrils of a dust, or like veins too many needles touch. If pain is beauty, I'm a pretty bitch. Gone too quiet, now they're whispering.
Corpse's story on YouTube draws several parallels to that of Dream's, both being faceless creators who had large followings and extremely high expectations set up for their appearances by their viewers. However, Dream actually decided to reveal his face. On the 2nd of October 2022, Dream would upload the infamous video titled Hi, I'm Dream, where in the video he would finally remove his mask.
Alright, for real, I'm dropping it.
There were so many fake...
It feels so awkward. Talking to a camera for the first time.
There were so many fake things.
Particularly bad looking, he instantly became a meme with comparisons to Lord Farquaad, as well as hashtag his ugly trending on Twitter the following day.
That's bad.
Experienced after
that's
his face
really bad.
was exactly the nightmare Corpse was desperately avoiding. Fast forward to 2024, and Corpse's channel is a shell of what it once was, with his channel losing over 250,000 subscribers and the views slowly stagnating. Corpse's story acts as a cautionary tale of the destructive power of fame and the unrealistic expectations placed upon those in the public eye. His unique voice and the mystery surrounding his identity
it's embarrassing how our world is, you know,
and an obsessive,
like the fact that people
drove him away from the platform he'd built.
The
brutal doxing attacks and reception of Dream's face reveal.
He gave up on YouTube because of his audience.
Affirmed Corpse's decision to prioritize his well-being.
Because of his audience. He gave up because of it. It's embarrassing for anyone as a YouTube fan. It's embarrassing that we made this man quit his dream job. It's embarrassing how we made him quit his dream job because we were so obsessed with him. And while I never participated in any of the like doxing or anything, I actually didn't mind the fact that he was faceless. I enjoy most faceless creators. In Kwebbelkop is the exception, and I will call him faceless because he never shows his face. He shows the stupid AI. But Corpse, I always liked the fact that he stayed faceless and that his voice was there. It just gave such a good mystery. But yeah, it's just embarrassing, dude.